Hello all, welcome back to Pabbly Connect. So in this video, we are going to understand how to send license key on ThriveCart sale from Google Sheets. So are you also using ThriveCart to sell your products online? Then this video is definitely for you. So over here, I'm doing the same. So I'm running a software company, and for that, we sell multiple software products with the help of our ThriveCart account. And to access that software, we also provide unique license keys to all our customers. So to ease this process, what I want is that as soon as a new purchase is made in my ThriveCart account, automatically from my spreadsheet, the unique license key should be extracted and that key should be sent to my customer on Gmail. And with the help of the same details, again, my Google Sheet should be updated. So to do this, we are going to create a connection between these applications. To create this connection without knowing any programming or coding language, we are going to use Pabbly Connect. It is an amazing automation software. So do you also wish to learn this process step by step? Then let me take you to my computer screen. Welcome to my screen. So as you know, in this video, we are going to understand how to send license key on ThriveCart sale from Google Sheets. So as you know that I'm running a software business where I sell PAB audio extractor through ThriveCart. So to efficiently manage the distribution of unique license key for each purchase, I use Google Sheets to store and track them. So instead of manually sending out the keys after every sale, I want to set up this automation where what happens is that as soon as someone purchases this PAB audio extractor, automatically the license key, which is the unique license key, is extracted from my Google Sheets and sent to them on their Gmail. So this saves me time, ensures my customer receive their keys instantly even during high sales periods. So to do all of this, we have simply opened the landing page of Pabbly by searching pabbly.com/connect in my browser. It is very easy. So as soon as we are going to open the landing page of Pabbly, we are going to get two options. One is sign in and the another one is sign up for free. So if you are a new user, you can click on sign up for free and you're going to get 100 of hours free every month to explore the application. But I'm an existing user, so I'm going to click on sign in right over here. And as soon as we are going to click on sign in, it is opening all Pabbly apps. Over here, you can see all the tools and applications offered by Pabbly. But in today's video, we are going to use Pabbly Connect because we are connecting different applications. So I'm going to click on access now right over here to access my Pabbly Connect account. And as soon as we are going to click on access now, it is opening my dashboard. And to start with this automation, we are going to click on this button which says create workflow. And now it is asking me the workflow name and the folder I want to save the workflow in. So I want to save the workflow in this folder which is automations, and over here on my dashboard you can see all the folders which I have previously created. So if you wish to learn how to create a new folder or a subfolder, you can visit this learn more link given below. And now it is asking me for the workflow name. So I want the workflow name to be how to send license key on ThriveCart sale from Google Sheets. And then we are going to click on create. And as soon as we are going to click on create, it is opening the most important window of our automation, which is our workflow window. So this is the most important window because we have trigger and action in this. Trigger means when this happens and action means do this. So by this, you can understand that the trigger is the commander for the workflow and actions follow the commands. And as you know that we can have only a single commander but multiple followers. So here we can have only a single trigger but multiple actions following the commands of our trigger. And by this, you can finally understand that the trigger commands the workflow and the actions are response towards that same command. So to start with our automation, we have to select our trigger application, right? So over here for our trigger application, we are going to select it as ThriveCart because I want that as soon as a new payment is made in my ThriveCart account for PAB audio extractor, automatically my workflow should be triggered. I'm going to select ThriveCart, and now for the trigger event, we are going to select it as product purchase. So trigger event is basically the event on which the workflow will start. So I want that as soon as a new product is purchased from my ThriveCart where I want to send the license key, automatically my workflow should start. So I'm going to click on connect right over here, and now it is asking me to add a new connection or select the existing connection. So if you have already connected your ThriveCart account with your Pabbly's workflow, you can click on select existing connection and then save. But if you haven't, you have to follow me, click on add a new connection, and now it is asking me for the token. And to get this token, we are going to follow this help text, and it is saying you can get the API key from the ThriveCart account from API and webhook section available under the settings section. So here you can see again there's a hyperlink to get to API and webhook. So I'm going to click on this hyperlink directly. And as soon as you are going to click on this hyperlink, you can see it is directly opening my API and webhook section. I don't have to follow all of these steps again and again. It is directly opening this. So yeah, it was really easy because I've already opened my ThriveCart account. So it is always advised to log in your accounts before starting with the automation. And now what we we have to do is, you can see API keys. So we are going to go on view settings right over here. And as soon as we are going to do so, you can see the two API keys that I've previously created. So I'm going to create a new. So I'm going to click on create API key right over here. And now it is asking me to enter the name of my API key. So let's suppose that I want to keep the name as send license key. And then we're going to click on create API key. And as soon as we're going to do so, yes, you can see over here is my API key. So I'm going to copy this key and then we are going to paste it right over here in our workflow under the token section. And after doing this, I'm going to click on save. And as soon as we are going to click on save right over here, you can see, yes, we have successfully connected our ThriveCart account with our Pabbly's workflow. And now it is asking me to select the product. So over here, you can see that I have multiple products in my ThriveCart account. So I'm going to create this automation only for this product, which is Pab Audio Extractor. So I'm going to select the same right over here, which is Pab Audio Extractor. And after selecting this, it is asking me for the product status. So I'm going to keep it as test mode. If you wish, you can definitely keep it as live mode too. Over here, you can see that I've selected the product as Pab Audio Extractor. If you wish, you can select multiple products too. And after doing all of this, I'm going to click on save and send test request. And as soon as we are going to click on save and send test request, you can see that it is saying waiting for response. And in the notes, it is saying once you have clicked on the save and send test request button, then do a test submission / record in that application in order to capture the response. So in order to capture the response, we have to do a test submission, it is saying. And in order to do this test submission, what we have to do is we have to purchase this product, which is Pab Audio Extractor. So I'm going to open my ThriveCart account right from here. And as you can see that this is my account, so I'm going to click on get URL and I'm going to get the URL of this product and we are going to purchase this product as demo user. So I'm going to open this URL in a new tab right over here. And as soon as we're going to do so, yes, you can see that this is the URL. We are going to enter the details, which is the dummy details. So for the name, I'm going to keep it as demo user, email as demouser@pabblytunes.com. This is the phone number over here. You can see the billing address, which I've entered. And after doing all of this, I'm going to click on continue right over here. So as soon as we are going to do so, it is asking me for the payment information. So I'm going to enter it and then we are going to click on complete order. And as soon as we are going to click on complete order right over here, yes, you can see that it is saying completing order. So we are going to wait for a few seconds. And yes, you can see we have successfully completed this order. You can see Pab Audio Extractor. We have successfully completed this order in test mode and with the demo details. So yes, this means that ThriveCart has sent the details of our test submission to our workflow. So I'm going to open my workflow and check that if Pabbly has captured it or not. And yes, you can see response A. So Pabbly has captured the details. You can see all the details of the product purchase. You can see the product name. We are going to move on forward. You can see all the details over here. You can see the name, which is demo user. You can see the last name, the first name. You can see the email that we entered, the phone number that we entered, and also you can see the address that we entered. So yes, with this we have successfully completed our trigger step and we have successfully received the response of our customer. And now what I want is that I want to send the unique license key to this customer, which I have right over here in my Google Sheets. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to open my workflow and now for my action application, I'm going to select it as Google Sheets. So I'm going to search for Google Sheets right over here, and as you can see Google Sheets, so we are going to select it. And after selecting this, it is asking me for the action event. So here what I want is, you can see that this is my spreadsheet. You can see the license keys, you can see the status, and you can see the email ID of the user. So these three license keys are linked with these users. So what I want is over here, you can see the non-linked keys. I want to send these keys only to my customer. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to open my workflow, and now for the action event, we are going to select it as lookup spreadsheet row 2. So I'm going to select it and then we are going to click on connect. Again, it is asking me for the same. So if you have already connected your Google Sheets account with a Pabbly's workflow, you can click on select existing connection and then save. But if you haven't, you have to follow me, click on add a new connection, and then we are going to click on sign in with Google. And as soon as we are going to click on sign in with Google, you can see that it's asking me to select an account. So I'm going to select my Gmail account right over here. And as soon as we're going to select my Gmail account over here, you can see that Pabbly is asking for some permissions. So I'm going to click on allow and give Pabbly all the permissions it is asking for, because my data is secure with Pabbly. You can also click on allow, Pabbly is safe. And as soon as we are going to click on allow, you can see authorization successful. So yes, we have successfully connected our Google Sheets account with our Pabbly's workflow. So now it is asking me to select the spreadsheet. So over here, you can see the name of my spreadsheet is license key for Pab Audio Extractor. So we are going to select the same right over here, which is license key for Pab Audio Extractor. And as soon as we are going to select the spreadsheet, it is automatically selecting my sheet because I have only a single sheet in my spreadsheet. You can see sheet 1. And now we're going to move on forward. It is asking me for the lookup value. So it is saying which value should I look up for. So I want to look up for not linked right over here. So I'm going to enter the same right over here in my workflow as the lookup value. So I want to extract the non-linked keys. That's why I've did the same. And now it is asking me for the lookup column. So I want to look up for the column in B. So I'm going to enter the B right over here because I want to look up for the non-linked license keys. And now it is asking me for the end of column data. So again, I'm going to keep it as B only because I want to look up for the details till A and B only, not in C. So that's why I'm going to enter it as B. And now it is saying lookup as date. I'm going to keep it as no. You can see another detail. So I'm going to keep it as default only. And after doing all of this, I'm going to click on save and send test request. And as soon as we are going to click on save and send test request, yes, you can see over here is the row index, which is 5. And over here, you can see the license key. So you can see that for row index 5, this was the license key and we have received the same for 6, for 7, for 8 and 9 and so on. So yes, we have received the license key which were not linked right over here because we applied lookup over here in our workflow. So now what I'm going to do is I'm going to send my customer this license key right over here. For that, I'm going to add another action step in my workflow and I'm going to send this license key with the help of Gmail. So for the action application, I'm going to search for Gmail and as you can see the same, so we are going to select it. And now for the action event, we are going to select it as send email v2 and then we are going to click on connect. And as soon as we are going to click on connect, again it is asking me for the same. So if you have already connected your Gmail account with your Pabbly's workflow, you can click on select existing connection and then save. But if you haven't, you have to follow me, click on add a new connection and then connect with Gmail. You can see again it is asking me to select my Gmail account. So I'm going to select my Gmail account right from here. And after selecting my Gmail account, once again it is asking me for the permissions. So I'm going to click on continue and give Pabbly all the permissions it is asking for because my data is secure with Pabbly. And as soon as we are going to do so, you can see authorization successful. Yes, we have successfully connected our Gmail account with our Pabbly's workflow. And after doing this, it is asking me for the recipient email address. So we are going to map this recipient email address. So mapping is a method by Pabbly which means inserting the data from the previous step. And as you know, our previous step were these steps where we selected ThriveCart as a trigger application and Google Sheets as our action application. So we're going to map the details from the response of our previous steps only. And as soon as we're going to map these details, automatically my details will turn dynamic and change with every new response received. So I'm going to give you an example that it is asking me for the email address, right? So let's suppose that I'm going to enter the email address right over here manually by typing it like this, demouser@pabblytudes.com. Then this will not change with every new response received because this is a static information and I've entered it manually. But if we are going to map this from the previous response, suppose I'm going to look for email and as you can see the response, so let's suppose that I'm going to map this customer email, then this will definitely change because my previous response will also change. So that's why we do mapping right over here to run our workflow in real time. And after mapping the email address, it is asking me for the CC and BCC. So no, I don't want to add these right now, so I'm going to move on forward. And now it is asking me for the sender's email address. So I'm going to select it as the same only. It is asking me for the sender's name. So I want the sender's name to be this Pabbly Connect. We are going to move on forward. It is asking me for the email subject. So I want the email subject to be software license key for Pab audio extractor. And then we are going to move on forward. It is asking me for the reply to. So this email is not a reply email. So I'm going to leave it as blank. It is saying email content type. So I'm going to select it as plain right over here. It is saying email content. So I'm going to enter the email content as hello. And now I'm going to enter the name of my customer right over here. For that, I'm going to search for name. And as you can see the name of my customer, which is demo user, so we are going to map it because I want this to remain dynamic. So it is hello demo user, thank you for purchasing Pab audio extractor from our store. We are excited to have you on board and hope you enjoy our software. You can see that it is saying license key, so we are going to map the license key too. So what we are going to do is we are going to open this Google Sheets step. You can see all the license keys received which were not linked. So suppose I'm going to map this license key which is in row 5. So I'm going to map this license key for the row 5 index. So here you can see that this is the license key and this is the row index which is 5. So I'm going to map this. We are going to move on forward. You can see the rest of the mail. So now after entering all of this email content, we are going to move on forward. It is saying file name attachment. So if you wish, you can definitely do this, but I don't wish to send any file with this email, so I'm going to leave it as blank. It is saying label IDs. So I'm going to send it in inbox. It is saying signature. So if you wish, you can definitely add a signature right over here, but this is not the required field. So I'm going to leave it as blank and click on save and send test request directly. And as soon as we're going to click on save and send test request, you can see that we have received a positive response that we have successfully sent an email to this with the same details. So I'm going to open my email and check the email sent. So I'm going to open my Gmail account right from here, and yes, you can see a new email received, Pabbly Connect. You can see the subject too. So I'm going to open this, and yes, you can see hello demo user, thank you for purchasing Pab audio extractor. You can see the license key sent. So yes, with this we have successfully sent a mail to this customer which we created with the help of our ThriveCart. So yes, with this we have successfully completed these 3 steps. But now what I want is that automatically as soon as the license key is sent, this status from not linked should be changed to linked, and also the email ID of my customer should be added right over here. For that we are going to add the last action step right over here. And now for the action application, again we are going to select it as Google Sheets. So I'm going to search for Google Sheets, and then we are going to select it. And now for the action event, we are going to select it as update row, because I want to update these rows values. So for that we are going to select update row right over here, and as you can see the same, so we are going to select it, and then we are going to click on connect. Again it is asking me for the same. So yes, I have recently connected my Google Sheets account, so I'm going to click on select existing connection and then save. And as soon as we are going to do this, yes, you can see we have successfully connected our Google Sheets account with our Pabbly's workflow once again. And again it is asking me to select the spreadsheet. So here you can see that this is the name of my spreadsheet. So I'm going to select license key for Pab audio extractor. We are going to select the sheet. It is asking me for the row index. So as I told you that I've sent this row index key which is 5, so we are going to enter 5 right over here, but we are not going to enter it manually. We are going to map it, because with every new license key sent, this row index will also change. So that's why we are going to keep this as dynamic. So what we are going to do is we are going to open our Google Sheets, look up spreadsheet rows again, and over here you can see that this is the key which we sent to our customer. So we are going to map the same row index which is 5. So I'm going to map this. We are going to move on forward. It is saying, do you want to update the license key? No, I don't want. It is saying, do you want to update the status? So yes, I want to update the status from not linked to linked. So yes, we are going to enter the status as linked right over here, and then we are going to move on forward. It is saying email ID. So yes, I want to add the email ID of my customer. For that I'm going to look for email, and as you can see, demo user @pabblytudes.com. So we are going to map it, and after doing all of this, I'm going to click on save and send test request. And as soon as we are going to click on save and send test request, yes, you can see that we have received a positive response that we have successfully updated our row. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to open my Google Sheets and check that if we have updated the row or not. So I'm going to open my Google Sheets, and yes, you can see the details have been updated. You can see that this is the license key which we sent. Over here I'm going to show you the Gmail. You can see the same license key, and yes, this license key is linked with this email address which was the customer email address. So yes, with this we have successfully completed our workflow. But I'll just test this workflow once, and this time I'm going to give you a real-time example. So what we're going to do is I'm going to open my ThriveCart, and we are going to do another test submission. We are going to purchase this Pab audio extractor once again and check that if we have received the Gmail, and also we are going to check that if the spreadsheet gets updated automatically or not. So I'm going to open my ThriveCart again. We are going to again refresh this page and do another test submission. And yes, you can see we are going to do another test submission. So for the name, I'm going to keep it as test user. For the email, we are going to keep it as testuser@pabblytudes.com. You can see the phone number and the billing address. And after entering all the details, I'm going to click on continue right over here. We are going to enter the payment information, and then we are going to click on complete order. And as soon as we are going to click on complete order, you can see that it is saying completing order. So we are going to wait for a few seconds right over here. And as soon as we are going to wait for a few seconds, yes, you can see that order completed. Yes, we have successfully did this test submission. And now what this means is that ThriveCart has sent the details of our test submission to our workflow. Pabbly captured the response, triggered the workflow, further looked up for a license key in our Google Sheets, taken out the license key from there and sent the license key to our customer, and also updated the spreadsheet with the same. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to open my Gmail and Google Sheets and check for the details updated and sent. And this time we are not going back to our workflow and clicking on save and send test request. Directly I'm going to open my Gmail account first. Right from here we are going to go back, and yes, you can see another mail which is software license key for Pab audio extractor. So I'm going to open this, and yes, it is saying hello test user, thank you for purchasing Pab audio extractor from our store. You can see the another license key sent which is D497. Previously the license key was sent was D496. So yes, the another license key has been sent. So yes, this was dynamic, that's why this has changed. And now what we're going to do is I'm going to open my sheets and check that if the details have been updated there or not. So I'm going to open my sheets, and yes, you can see this key was not linked, but now it has automatically converted into linked, and you can also see the customer email address added right over here. So yes, with this we have successfully completed our work. workflow. And I'll just summarize this workflow for you once. So for the trigger application, we selected ThriveCart. For the trigger event, we selected product purchased. For the action application, we selected Google Sheets, Gmail, and again Google Sheets, because I wanted that as soon as someone purchases my product on ThriveCart, which is Pab Audio Extractor, automatically with the help of my Google Sheets, the unique license key should be extracted and sent to that customer on Gmail. And also the details on my Google Sheets should be updated from not linked to linked, and also the customer ID should be added right over here for future references. And yes, we were successful with our workflow too. Over here you can see the two mails I sent to my customer, one to test user and one to demo user with the unique license keys. And over here you can see the details updated from not linked to linked, and also the customer email address added right over here. So yes, with this we have successfully completed this workflow. This automation saves me time, ensures my customer receive their keys instantly even during high sales periods. So yes, this automation automatically pulls a unique license key from the sheets and email it to the customer as soon as their payment is made for Pab Audio Extractor. And yes, this was it for the video, and with this we have successfully completed our workflow and our video. And if you have any questions related to the workflow or the video, you can directly comment on this video. And for your reference, I'll just clone this workflow and share the workflow link in the description box so that you can access my workflow. I hope this video was helpful for you. Thank you for watching. Not only these applications, but with the help of Pabbly, you can integrate many more applications. So now if you have any doubts, you can reach us at support@pabbly.com. If you have any queries, you can reach us at forum.pabbly.com. And if you have any pricing related issues, you can follow this website. And if you find our videos helpful, do like and subscribe our channel. Thank you for watching.